reports that Hamas has agreed a proposal that would see at least half the remaining 50 Israeli hostages released in exchange for a 60-day pause in the violence. Attention now turns to the Netanyahu government in Israel and whether they will accept this proposal. Danielle Bett is Director of Communication at Yachad, a British Jewish organisation that promotes a political resolution to this conflict. Danielle, very good afternoon to you. I mean, we've been here before. There's been a lot of hopes raised and then dashed when it comes to a pause in the violence in Gaza. How significant a moment do you think we're at as we speak this afternoon?
Unfortunately, I think that there's a good chance that Netanyahu will not agree to this deal. The signals that he's giving at the moment is that he's not interested in a partial deal and that he doesn't want to go ahead with a partial deal, but rather a full deal. Having said that, a full deal has been on the table, a full deal meaning all hostages returned and an end to the war. He is insistent in his messaging that he wants a complete defeat of Hamas, whatever that may mean. We can debate. So it's very difficult to feel hopeful. And I think, need to keep up the work in order to put the pressure on this government, the Israeli government.
So, Daniel, just to be clear, your prediction is that he says no to a deal that would free half the remaining hostages, of whom less than half are sadly thought to be alive. He says no to half of them coming home because they won't all come back. I mean, the families of the half are going to be absolutely livid by that, surely.
Well, I think that it's not because it's not them all coming back. It's that he doesn't want this ceasefire pause. It's likely more political considerations of whether his cabinet, his government will survive this, and they won't support it. And yes, of course, the families, they've been told they're having to look one another in the eye. 20 families who know their loved ones are alive and can be saved. Which 10 of those might make it? And this news has been going on for 2 months. And so I can't imagine that pain of what they're having to go through, of choosing the 10 who might be on the list.
So he allows the half the remaining Israeli hostages to remain in captivity for his own political survival, is what you're saying? I think
he might allow all remaining hostages.
Sorry, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. He could bring at least half of them home, but he's choosing not to because it might bring down his government.
Yeah, I think we need to be clear. He could bring them all home. Yes. And he's choosing not to.
Which is why a lot of the hostage families were absolutely front and centre of the anti-war protests that have swept across Israel this week. I understand you attended one of them. Netanyahu's response to those protests and protesters like yourself, Danielle, was to say that you and the hostage families are emboldening Hamas and you are putting the hostages at greater risk. Your response to that?
Everything that people in the camp against Netanyahu have done in protest of him has been something to strengthen our enemies. He said it when we protested for democracy and against the judicial reform. He said it in anti-war protests. He said it when hostage families have taken to the streets. So I think that we need to be used to the fact that that's how he's going to dismiss us. I think it is disgusting that the vast majority of hostage families and indeed people who lost loved ones on the 7th of October were on the street yesterday, and he's saying that they will be the cause of the next 7th of October.
It's shameful, isn't it? Of all the shameful things that he has come out with recently, blaming the hostages' relatives for the fact they remain in captivity when all those hostage families are saying is, please, Mr. Prime Minister, strike a deal, bring our loved ones home, is up there with the most shameful of all, isn't it? Danielle, thank you very much for coming on and talking to us. Danielle Bett, Director of Communications at Yachad.